Interesting to see ship going away from egg. I remember ship being very popular back in geez, the earlier Gravy Cancel Sundays for NA. And it's become less and less of a popular map just because I think because of the ledges. But either way, here we're going to the first map. Not sure what they agreed on. Probably Mammoth.
It was Thunder.
It was Thunderguard? Okay,
Correct.
cool. That deceptive center stage where you have a platform but you also have a place where you can be KO'd off the bottom. Both players go into it. Eggsoup doesn't get the first weapon, goes for the recovery onto Bets. Brynn holding onto the spear, goes for neutral there. Eggsoup still yet to find a weapon. A D-Light Sider actually comes out and put him into the yellow. There's the bomb, however, sends him below the stage. Both players holding onto a spear now. And gets actually punished by a neutral light. Falls up with the neutral light into a side light, into a side air, and Eggsoup quickly returns the damage onto Brynn despite the early lead that he had with the spear.
Yeah, I find it a bit interesting that Egg decided to go on Thunderguard. I don't really like spears on Thunderguard because abusing the shenanigans zone with spear isn't that easy. However, it is Egg and it is Egg on EU, so you never know what the guy wants.
Yeah, but he also has the sword, and that's a little bit more easier to be able to abuse those zones. If you see there coming up with a D-Light side air, sends Bet flying below the stage, tries to recover with the axe, but he just doesn't have his jumps. Bet goes in for the horn, probably going to call it. Eggsoup holding on to his spear, goes in for the recovery below the stage, and even though you're right, it's not that great to be able to abuse the shenanigans zone in regards to fighting there and trying to gimp. Ooh, nice down air coming out from Bet, sends him below the stage. Being able to use recovery shenanigans is still very possible with any weapon, including the spear. Goes from the ground pound on the side. Spike ball is tossed out, but Eggsoup doing his best to put as much damage before he loses the stock, or maybe even to be able to take the stock. But there's a D-Light side there, that should end it. Bet only being put into orange before being able to even up 2-2.
Yes, that is a very unfortunate scenario to get hit by the downlight at the exact percent at that exact position, because that's literally the only case where he would die. If he had 5 damage more, he wouldn't even be able to get hit.
Eggsoup tries to be able to punish with a mine into an unarmed combo, but Bet's actually doing a great job being able to punish with just some really simple but effective spear strings. Getting a lot of D-Light side airs, being able to put Eggsoup into the yellow. Goes for a slight charge down sig into a GC neutral sig and actually punishes Bet for going off stage. Bet not having the axe, that's the spear. Very hard to punish off stage for that, and Eggsoup was ready for it. Almost like baiting him out with that slide charge.
That's a pretty sick gravity cancel neutral sig. It was instantaneous as well, so it seemed like it was planned. Although eggsoup does have some insane reactions. He's a very reactive player. Although he says that he doesn't have good reactions, that is not that true.
Ooh, Bet, however, being able to get some decent damage onto Eggsoup, tries to go in for a side sig. I believe that was a mistake. That's always a very laggy move from Brynn. It's just going to put you in a position to get punished. But actually makes it back, goes for that slide charge down sig into a ground pound, but neither one connect. And Bet finds the spear, waits for Eggsoup to approach. He's in the red. A D-Light Sider will do it. Oh, a ground pound to a down air will end his stock, and that's it. 2 stocks. Eggsoup takes game 1 over Bet.
Yeah, I feel like it was a fast game, but definitely not fast enough. Eggsoup tends to be a lot more aggressive than what he is, but I feel like because of the ping and him just feeling out the first match, takes it a bit slower, takes it chill, you know, make sure he gets the win. Doesn't want to risk anything too out of the ordinary. You never know what the EU players can bring.
Yeah, Bet commenting about his heart probably being most likely being one of the first tournaments he's ever participated on, and being streamed against the likes of a player like Eggsoup is probably very exciting. Sticks with Brynn, Eggsoup respecting by sticking with the Hattori, sporting that new skin, bans out Twilight and Blackguard, and Bet's able to pick the map again. I doubt he'll be going back to Thunderguard because of the sword strings that he was able to get hit by and killed. I think 2 stocks were lost pretty early from Eggsoup's down air capabilities with that weapon, and they go to King's Pass, oddly enough. Let's see how this works out for Bet's Brynn.
I'm interested in see King's Pass. Generally, Eggsoup's pretty good on King's Pass.
Both players sparring it out with unarmed, but Bet finds a spear against Eggsoup's spear. Jumps off his head with the pogo stick, goes for a down sig, and Eggsoup decides to stick with the spear, tosses it into the zone. Both players not actually opting to go for ground pounds despite it being shenanigans. And goes for a side sig that actually gets punished by a ground pound to recovery. Eggsoup holds onto the sword. Veda finds another spear, gets that D-Light Sider absolutely on point with getting those. And goes for a slide charge down sig. Doesn't connect. Eggsoup's able to go around it, but doesn't really punish it. But ooh, there's a recovery into the neutral there. Weapon toss interrupts whatever Eggsoup's trying to go for. But that GC side sig, well placed. It actually catches Beta off in transition. And Bet is killed off the side of the map.
That was a lot of things happening. Eggsoup just did like 3 different combos that are very new. One of them were throw into side kick into pickup recovery, which is a sick combo. Does a lot of damage and is very optimal as well. And then just randomly puts up the gravity cancel side stick. But just like that, eggsoup is taken out with the recovery.
Yeah, Bet actually able to get a lot of nice reads. The side stick bouncing him into the King's Pass into a recovery to kill him off the top. Eggsoup finds himself unarmed, goes for a dive kick, but Bet actually doing an excellent job dodging out of that option. Eggsoup calls in a weapon, finds the spear, but Bet, will he punish? No, Eggsoup in the shenanigans zone goes for neutral there, doesn't connect, and Eggsoup's able to find that sword and gets that sidelight into a GC neutral light, being able to punish him for being in the middle of the zone. Eggsoup is just carrying the stock away. Side air, he's out of jumps. No, makes it back. Actually jumps off his head to be able to get back onto the stage, and only being in the orange is actually recover from that incredible combo from Eggsoup. Wow, that was cool.
That is called the egg drop.
I've never actually seen that in tournament.
It's a true combo. You can't dodge it. Egg is basically the only player in the entire game that does it. So it's called the egg drop, and it's pretty ridiculous because you can't dodge it. So.
Was that a spear down air into a weapon toss?
It was a toss into spear down.
Spear into toss into spear down.
And
okay,
there you
that
have it again. The throw into a sidekick recovery pickup. Yeah.
Interesting. Eggsoup, waiting on the bottom of the stage, waits him up patiently, gets that downer. Second downer comes out, third down air. Eggsoup knowing exactly how to space it and gets another 2 stock on CT's BETG.